excited to be here. It is 4:20. Oh, look at me. I'm doing it all wrong. It is 4:20, y'all, which means that today is a special day for those who enjoy special things. So, anyway, I want to welcome you to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward. I am the founder of this platform, the I'm Loving Me Project, where it is our job here to inspire you to not only love yourself, but to be the best version of yourself. And I want to talk about a couple of things, but before I do that, please make sure you come and join us at our Selfish Retreat, which is happening June 10th through the 12th. We're going to have speakers. We're going to do a dinner on Jekyll Island. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to have some girl time and some fun. So I'm hoping that you ladies come out and you join me in this wonderful girls thing that we're going to be doing, this girls trip, basically. Also, I wanted to let you know that we are looking for sponsors. So if you do want to sponsor the event, you want to speak at the event, if you're good, right? Just get in contact with us. I'll put the information below so that you're able to reach out to us and then we can talk and we can see what we can do. But bottom line is, we want you to actually come out and join us for our Selfish Retreat, which is happening June 10th through the 12th. Okay, so make sure that you look at the information that's coming out and the information that's going to be at the bottom of this, and you can just look at everything. The price is pretty reasonable. It's $250 to come. You still have to pay for airfare in your room. So the whole trip for the couple of days is probably going to be like $1,100, $1,200 if you look at the total cost of everything. So I would say make sure you look at flights. We do have 10 rooms booked for the hotel. But if you don't want to stay at the hotel, there's plenty of Airbnbs and other hotels that are around that might can give you the discounts or whatever it is that you're looking for, especially if you have points. Okay. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And I'm not going to keep you long, but I wanted to actually bring up this for the inspiration invite for the inspiration in 30 because I thought it was important. And I actually wrote it down because I want you to know that you're passing down something to your kids, to your grandkids, to anybody that, let me get my book right here, anybody that you are uh, dealing with or socializing with or who is in your inner circle, if you want to or not, right? Let me say that again. You know, you are passing down information, values, ways of life, habits to the people who are close to you, if you like it or not. You might be telling your kids or told your kids or told your grandkids that you should be better than me, that you should not do the things that I do, that you will have a better life than I did. But what are the habits and what are the things that you are putting out there for them to look at? When you tell them to go ahead and be better than you and to do things right, but you turn around and you have bad habits, you drinking, you have fear, you have a bad attitude, you have all this stuff. What do you think that they're looking at? I don't have any kids, but I know you parents always say all the time, kids do what they see, not what they hear, right? So I would ask you, when you look at your life and the way it is now, what are you passing down to your next generation, to your legacy? How are you changing the way your last name looks in the world? How are you stepping up to be a best version of yourself so that you can show them how to be the best version of themselves? Are you showing them what growth really looks like? Are you showing them what it means to actually go through something and come through it? Or are you showing them the reverse? How to quit, how to just give up on things, how to sit there and cry and mope and yell and holler? Are you showing them how to love and be loved? Or are you showing them what it means just to get by with someone or anyone? And the only reason why I bring this up is because I know you guys saw the news, right? About the little 10-year-old kid. It already went viral, right? 10-year-old kid at the store. Allegedly, he stole the bag of chips. Allegedly, he stole the bag of chips. 4 police officers show up in Syracuse, New York. Traumatizes this child. A man who's filming it says, "What did he do? You treating that kid like a grown man. If he stole the bag of chips, let me go ahead and pay for it." Right? And the first thing that I say is, during the whole process, where is his mother? Now, it could have been his mother sent him to the store. She doesn't know anything that's going on. That could be possible, right? But that guy that was filming, he did a great job, right, to make sure that it was on tape. But then at the same time, I just say to myself, what if a woman was filming that? What are some of the things that we would have done, right? We would have yelled. But I said to myself, you know what we would have done? We would have said, "Baby, yell out your mother's number and let me give her a call. Baby, yell out your mother's name so that I can go ahead and get in contact with her. What police station are you taking this baby to? What are you doing with that child?" Right? "Baby, calm down. Let me find someone who can help you." Because see, immediately as women, what we think about is how can we go ahead and save and nurture the people that we love, right? But we never think about what we actually passing down to them. We sometimes get so caught up in our situations that our kids start running around with the wrong crowd, getting caught up in these situations. And then we trying to figure out how the hell did this happen? Now, granted, it could have been anything. It's any scenario that could have happened, y'all, right? But you look at it and you say, well, what the hell am I passing down that has allowed my child to get into this situation? What is it that I'm doing? What am I putting in my kids, my grandkids, my legacy? Is it something? Am I putting fear in them? Am I showing them on the outside without saying anything how to walk in fear or shut down? They know when mommy's mad. They know when daddy's mad when they come home from school because they could feel your energy, right? You knew when you were younger, with all the stuff that you've been through, when your mother was mad, when your father was mad, when difficulties happened, when you saw abuse, when you saw all that stuff in your life. And guess what happened? It got passed down to you because to you, it was normal. Yelling and screaming in the house and fighting and doing all that stuff was normal. And so now that you older and you a little bit more aware, have you sat and you asked your children, your grandchildren, your mate even, when you sit down and you look at me, what are some of the things that you see? And they say, what you mean by that? Mom, what you mean by that, grandma? When you look at your mother and you look at your grandmother, what are some of the things that you see? And let them tell you, right? We have to be the ones that go ahead and start to break these generational curses. We have to be the ones that says it stops right here. Now, some of the stuff, granted, right? Some of the stuff we can't we can't help. That stuff happened. Your firstborn grew up when you were growing up. You had them when you were young. You had a lot of difficulty in your life. You came through a lot. You didn't really have that much help. So they got the brunt of your struggle. Get it. I get that. You had a lot of kids in such a short amount of time. You're just trying to keep it together, get everything together. And now you in a place where you finally got yourself in a position where you can actually, do something for yourself. I get it. But what I want you to be aware of is that you are passing things down to your kids, your grandkids, everybody you're involved with, if you like it or not. You are pouring into them if you like it or not. You are showing them how to handle certain situations if you like it or not. Because they're watching you, they're learning from you. And the things that they see you do, they will do. Just like the things you saw your mom do, your grandma do, and everybody, you do. Now, we all have the responsibility, right? Because we become adults and we become grown to sift and sort through those things that, served us and didn't serve us and get rid of the things that don't serve us and use the values that serve us, right? We have that ability. But I'm wondering, while you're walking this journey and while you are trying to figure out what is the best version of yourself, what kind of energy are you putting out there? What are you pouring into your family? What are you pouring into your kids? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? If we are going to break generational curses, ladies, if we're going to break these curses, how are we going to do that openly so our kids won't be in a position where they are struggling to find out who they are or trying to figure out what real love is because they're saying to themselves they never had it? How are we helping with that? How are we living our life as an example for them? Now you say, damn, Gloria, that's a lot of pressure. I'm still trying to figure out me, right? And I know my kids are looking at me, and I know I haven't been a great parent or a grandparent or a guardian or whatever, but I did the best I could. Yes, you did. You did the best you could with what you had. But now at this particular point, we looking at how we going to elevate that last name. We thinking about how we going to break these generational curses and turn things around. We thinking about how we going to get our families and our kids to communicate more because there was no communication when you were growing up. You're going to teach them how they can be vulnerable and be okay with that. You're going to teach them how they cannot be shamed by anyone or anything, that they will not have their self-esteem lowered by people who are not serving them. You got to hear what I'm saying. It starts with you, though. You're the leader, right? You're the leader. I tell you, when change happens, there's always someone who has to go first, and you have to go first. And you have to be aware of your surroundings, of people who are close to you, like your kids and your grandkids and your spouse and all that, because they picking up all of your energy. Now, let me tell you what I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you to hide your feelings. I'm not telling you to pretend like you got it all together. And I'm not telling you to be fake and phony, because people pick up on that. Your kids will pick up on that. Your grandkids will pick up on that. What I'm saying is, while you're coming into yourself and while you are learning who you are, allow them to see that best version of you, and allow them to understand and know that it is okay to go through things, that they will have setbacks, that they will have to stand on their own 2 feet, and that they will have support and love, because that stuff is what you breaking. That's the new standard that you are passing down. That is the new boundaries that you are putting in place, right? We don't want our next generation out there having to struggle like we did. But we don't want to give them everything either, because if you give them everything, then they won't appreciate it. So when you say struggle, you don't want them to have the trauma-filled life you had. You want them to be able to struggle gracefully, where they learn about who they are. And the only way they're going to learn that is through you. So be aware that you're passing down things, whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not. Please, please stop saying, do as I say, not as I do. Please stop saying that, because you're giving them an excuse. You telling them, I mean, I can't help myself, but know that this is wrong. But I can't help it. So, listen to what I'm saying so that you can help it. No, they are looking at you to see, is mommy on point? Is auntie on point? Is grandma on point? I know my grandmother wasn't perfect, but I do know this. The values that she put in me, I carry with me. The survival skills that she's given me, I carry that with me. And it helps me when I need them. She has made me a personality machine only because she was a communicator. She wasn't the person that would shut down. She would yell all the time. But at the same time, she wasn't happy with her life. She would get depressed at times. And she would tell us things that a child should not hear. But what we do with our life at this particular moment is what our legacy is going to carry with us when we dead and gone. Someone said to me the other day, uh, you dead longer than you are alive. So if you are dead longer than you are alive, what is it that you are placing on this earth for generations to come so that your legacy can live on forever? What is that small little piece that you want to impart on your family that will be passed down for generations, where 100 years can go by that you were not on this earth, but they still remember that one thing that you planted in them? Because that will save your whole entire lineage. I know it's crazy to think about, but I want you to be open to it. Everything that you are doing now is important. It's important. Every sacrifice you make for yourself is important. Looking in the mirror every day, doing your affirmations, telling yourself that you love yourself, journaling, getting yourself together, getting your mind right, getting your family right, getting your relationships in order is important for you and for them. Because what you're teaching them is not only how to handle the good times, but how to handle things when it get rough. How to come through things when the waters and the tides are heavy. How not to mask themselves and run and hide when things get hard, but to stand firm in their decisions. I look at um, when I first came to college, right? When I first came to college, y'all, I told y'all I came to college in a big green bag. You know, I didn't have any linen for my bed. I had hospital sheets that my grandmother gave me. And she said, you're going to have to go and you're going to have to fend for yourself because I really don't want you to leave. But if you want to go, there's nothing I can do for you, Gloria. So I took my clothes, all the shoes I had, the hospital sheets, and I came down here to Atlanta to go to college. I put my hospital sheets on the bed, and that's what I slept on. I didn't have a comforter. I didn't have anything, right? I didn't have a job. I had $80 to my name, no parents, no nothing. I was literally on my own. But one of the things that I can remember that she instilled in me is that if you want to work your way out of a situation, you have to know people, be kind to people, communicate what you want, and go figure out how you're going to make it happen. Go find some money. Now, I'm a freshman in college. I'm 17 years old, 18 years old, right? And don't have anything. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, like, damn, how am I gonna make this happen? You know what I did? I was like, damn, okay, who do I know? I called teachers from high school. I called friends that were around me that I met. And like I was borrowing, I was doing all this kind of stuff. Never borrowed money, but like, people who would feed me and do all this stuff. I just latched on, and people latched on to me because I learned the value of relationships and how important it is to have relationships, right? Then it was like, dag, okay, my freshman year, I need to be able to do something because I don't have any money. After this $80 is gone, my grandmother can't send me no money, right? It just so happens my cousin was stationed in Japan, and she had called me or sent me a letter And I sent her a letter back, or was on the phone with her, and she was like, well, what is it that you need? I said, I need a bathing suit for a swim class because I could not afford a bathing suit. And so in the mail came a bathing suit for me, right? A little bit after I started the class, because they was going to kick me out because I didn't have a bathing suit. So she was able to get me one. And then I had to go and figure out how to get some money. And they was like, well, we have a work study program here. You get paid once a month. And I was like, I'll take it. They was like, well, it should have came a part of your financial aid package. If it's not on there, then you can't get it. And I was like, I I need to be able to work. I don't have any money. I can't get no money. I can't do anything. And they was like, well, let me see what you can do. Let me see what you can do, blah, blah, blah. Let me see what I can do to, go ahead and make it happen. Then they came back to me and they said, I'm sorry, we can't, all of the work study is filled up. I called my guidance counselor in high school and told her what happened. It just so happens that her cousin works in the financial aid department, was able to give me the work study so that I can have some money, right? And you know the rest of the story. Once my roommate showed up and her mom saw how I was living on hospital sheets, no pillow, no nothing, I didn't have anything. I came home one day from work and I had a whole bedroom set and a pillow and all of that stuff. And you know why? Because of the things that was passed down to me about how important relationships are, how important communication is, how valuable it is to don't burn bridges, because you never know when you need someone. Those were the things that was passed down to me that served me and still continues to serve me. And so what I'm saying to you ladies is, if you don't think the kids and the grandkids are not watching, they are. What are you putting out there? What generational curse are you breaking? How are you going to maximize the time that you have left, and what are you going to pour into them or someone else? Because they're watching you, they're learning from you, even when you don't want them to. So every day you're doing your affirmations, every day you're looking in the mirror, every day you're trying to have patience, every day you're trying to figure out how you could choose you, every day you're trying to figure out how do you create the best version of yourself. Know that you have 1, 2, 3 mini me's looking at you saying, how can I do what grandma is doing? How can I do what mommy is doing? How can I be the best version of myself? How can I love myself more? How can I be that person that mommy is trying to be, that grandma's trying to be? They're saying that. They're not telling you, but they're saying that. We all need each other, ladies. We do. We all need each other. It is up to you to break that generational curse. It is up to you to be the best version of yourself. And like I always tell you, if you are still here and you have not expired, you got purpose. If you are in your right mind and you got the activity of all your limbs, you have purpose. Get your ass up off that couch and go make an impact. Stop telling yourself you can't. Stop doing that same Monday routine. Stop telling yourself it's not for you. And please, please, please stop putting yourself last. Please stop putting yourself last. Because the people after you are watching you. Okay? That's a hard job. It is. But it was made for you. You are on this journey for a reason. You were picked out for a reason. Show yourself approved. All right? I love you. I gotta go. I'm gonna post the event right there. We're gonna have our selfish retreat. Please bring your girlfriend, bring your friends, whatever. We're gonna have a good time. This is gonna be our girls' trip where we enjoy ourselves. If you celebrate 420, be careful. Okay, go ahead and have fun, but be careful. And I would definitely see you guys on Friday. Okay. Hey, Felicia. Hey, everybody who came along. Thank you so much. Please like and share this video with your friends and everyone. Marie, I want to have you on Friday if you can, so we could talk about your book. I really do want people to hear your story. Um, they seen the video, but I want them to see you face to face because I know I'm just amazingly proud of you, and I know all the doors that God is going to open for you. Felicia, you don't know what 420 is? I tell you offline, girl, or look it up. You'll see. All right, y'all. I love you. I gotta go. Okay. All right. So if you're gonna do Friday, we're gonna do Friday 7:30.